In the Explain section of this lesson on angles in the outdoor classroom, the students have the opportunity to explain their observation and findings, and the teacher takes those words and uses it to deepen student understanding through providing new definitions and more detailed explanations. The teacher listens to student talk and builds on that discussion to help students form a clearer understanding.
Yeah, we'll start here in the back. What did you guys discover?
We discovered that the sun was a cute angle because when we were standing, the sun was like in the middle, like a 90-degree angle. When we looked, it was going that way.
Okay.
And we know when it's going this way towards the fence, it's going decreasing, which is cute. And like we know when it's going this way towards the playground, it's cute.
Okay.
Notice how the instructional coach uses the student's words to create his explanation in the diagram. The diagram also represents the protractor that the students were using, making that connection to the angles directly.
One of the things I want to start with, and you didn't say this exactly, but you had to know this to even start with what you're saying, is the ground is important, right? Okay, so we start with the ground, because that's where we are, right? And then we start thinking about the angle of the sun. We're looking up into the sky, so
The diagram gives students a visual reference of how the sun appears at different times of day in the sky. The diagram in the outdoor classroom deepens the student understanding of how the process works.
Is hugely important. Until we know that, it's really hard to figure out this whole angle of the sun business at all. And you gave me a lot more information, but I'm gonna slow it down just a little bit because I want to walk through this and make sure we don't miss anything.
Here the student explains in his own words, and the instructional coach clarifies and extends.
At first we tried to see if the shadow of our pencils can make the angle. But then I realized, and I looked up at the sky, then the sun would go down to the side of the sky.
What Kmitri is talking about, shadows. That's another clue of something that can help us. He was saying he held up his pencil and you could see the shadow of the pencil. So let's think about that for a second. Kind of forget about this angle business for just a second, but let's just think about the sun shining over here. And we'll think about an object. Now, the light is coming down this way. So that means the shadow is going to be on this side. Right? That can tell us something about the angle. Because what are you going to see happen to that shadow? Just like Kmitri said, there's not going to be a shadow. Light's coming straight down. Now, you said you did see a shadow, right? All right. So now we're getting into a little bit more clues where we've got to, it's going to help us figure this out.
The instructional coach gives the students opportunities through questioning to explain their knowledge. A true explain has the students sharing their observations either to a partner, to a larger group, or to the teacher. This format allows the teacher to listen, clarify, and deepen understanding. In this case, the instructional coach uses a diagram for this purpose.
Do is start thinking about, let's go back to this solar panel idea, this renewable energy stuff. And what I want you to think about is, if we're doing solar power, we want as much sun as possible during the day, right? All right. So what kind of problems could we run into where for certain times in the day we wouldn't get any sun in that area? Yeah. Rain, that could happen all day, right? Or any time of day, right? You guys see me smiling. The thing that's over our heads, right? So we're not frying in the sun right now because we got this. So would we put solar panels right here?
No.
Yeah, okay. Now here's the challenge.